Well guys, we've been working on this thing for about 2 solid days now, and what have we done? You know what, I'm gonna spin this camera around so that way you guys can actually see what's been done to this. So, here we go. So, we got all the doors welded. That's right, we're allowed 3 plates on verticals, 2 plates on horizontals. So we got a lot of welding done to it, and then we're allowed to crease it. So I just started creasing it and pulling in the sides. I want to get an air hammer in there and try to push it out a bit. We started up on the top, did a horrible job, just ignore it. We have the full cage in this thing now. So that means door bars, dash bar, seat bar, gas tank protector. I don't think we're allowed anything else than this. I'm not 100% on that, but we'll have to see. We have our uprights from the floor to the ceiling. We got our battery box put into here. This thing's starting to look like an actual derby van. We got the tires that we chose on the back of it, plus it's posy. Coming to the back, we got the tailgate pushed in just a bit to help with the creasing. We got the rules state that all doors can have 3 verticals and 2 horizontals. So in my eyes, that's called a gas door. So we got some plates on it. I'm thinking about buying an air hammer and trying to push out the sides around the bending. I'm not sure. Again, we did a horrible job up there. Just ignore that. We got the driver door welded shut. And we got the front window bar on. That is a big ass front window bar. So, what are we going to be doing with this now? What we're going to be talking about here is the front end. So, I'm going to lift this thing up. We're going to pull these front tires off. And then we're going to talk about it. So let's get these tires off and see what we're going to be doing to this. Okay, so we have the rules right here in front of us. So one rule states we can modify the front suspension, but movement must occur. So we have 2 options that, well, we kind of have like a couple different options that we can do. I'm going to be running rear brakes on this, and it's rear wheel drive, so I technically don't need any brakes in the front. So we can really downsize these tires. Now, we have a couple options. We could drop this spring, put a spacer at the top of it, and then run little dinky solid tires on the front of it, so then that way they're extremely hard to hit. But then we're going to be kind of maxing out the ball joints and everything like that. So that's option 1. Option 2 is we leave it all stock, and then run 515s on the front of this, which I do have a set. So we'll have to go for that. So let's go to bumpers. That's the first place we're gonna go to in the rules. So I like to print out the rules. We just go through them. And I do have a highlighter, and then I go through and highlight all the rules. So we're gonna be reading a couple sections here, and the one rule that we're gonna start at is, if I can find it, it's very humid out here, so all the pages are sticking together. Okay, bumpers. Rule number 18. Any factory bumpers may be seam welded, bumpers may be loaded. If you choose to use a piece of square tubing, it can be no bigger than 6 by 6 by 3/8. Two bumpers cannot stick out more than 4 inches off the side of the frame, so we're not going to use a tube bumper because it limits how big we can go. If the ends are cut on 45s, blah, 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 2 bumpers remain flat, you cannot build a point. You can use a replica bumper. And well, what's that right on the ground? Right there. That is a replica bumper. Factory dimensions of replica. You get 2 4x6 plates. Okay, so 4x6. We're allowed 2 4x6. They must touch the bumper. Now, where does it say? Okay, so that tells us how many plates we can use for the bumper. Now we're going to go to Rule 22, welding of frames. Trailer hitches must be removed completely. Frames may be cut back to the front of the rad support. So in my opinion, I think that is the front of the rad support right there. We're just going to put a line. So now we're gonna break out our handy dandy measuring tape. We're gonna go 4 by 6. So that's the first plate. That's the plate to hold your bumper on. Now, I know we're jumping around here a lot. So this is rule 22, says that we can cut our bumper, our frame rails to rad support. That's rule 22. Then mounting the bumper, which is rule 18, I think I said it was, says we can have two 4x6 plates. So that brings us to there. Now we're gonna go to suspension. This is why I highlight stuff, guys, because I jump back and forth so much. And if you guys are wanting to actually build a car to your rules to be mildly aggressive, print out the rules, get yourself a highlighter, go back and forth. Okay, so rule number 22, suspension. Again, it's upside down, but I've highlighted the important part. You may put a piece of 6-inch 2x2 directly behind your struts as a strut stopper. So here's my struts. We're just gonna mark out 6x6 roughly. So there's my chunk of 6x6. So between where my plates end and my struts, we have 16 inches, which is quite a bit of space. Now let's do some more reading. So we've now jumped from 18 to 22 to 21. Now let's go to rule 28. 28 is plates and wires. Every vehicle, there's two options. I'm gonna go for option 1 because option 2 is for a subframe vehicle, and this vehicle actually has no subframe. Each vehicle is allowed a total of 6 square plates, 4x4 by quarter, and 8 spots of 9-wire. Once your plates are in place, you cannot remove them. You can start with no plates, or you can start with all 6. You're not getting any more. Plates are to be on the frame or the subframe, not connected in any way. All plates must have 1 inch between them. No eye bolts, no eyelet bolts, cables, chains, turnbuckles, or ratchets or seat belts count as wires. Oh, sorry. No eye bolts, no cables, chains, turnbuckles, or ratchets. Seat belts count as a 9-wire. Okay, so we're allowed 6 plates. So each plate's 4x4, so we do a 1 inch. So, now let's go over this. Bumper plate, repair plate, repair plate, repair plate, strut block. I think that's quite a bit of damn plate on this thing. But there's actually more that we're allowed to do. So, this is where it's gonna get a little bit tricky, and it's gonna be a little bit hard to understand. So, the front 2 body mounts can be changed to 3/4 rod. All stock rubbers and bolts, no extra body mounts, no threaded rod in the rear of the vehicle. Nothing can connect to the roof. So we don't have any extra body mounts up here that I'm really seeing. So that rule, number 24, does not pertain to us. But Camrys and rear-wheel drives and Honda Accords and Subarus, that means you can change out the front subframe mount to threaded rod to come through. Let's go to hood. So hood, insurance, flammable, gas tank, fuel lines. Hood and trunk, rule number 13. Hoods are to be in stock position or removed. Done. Hoods are not mandatory. Without hood, blah, blah, blah. Hoods can be fast. This is the rule that we want, and it's highlighted, guys. Hoods can be fastened down with a maximum of 8 places. including threaded rod or seatbelt strapping, chain, wire, bolts, closed using 2x2x2 angle on a single 3/8 bolt. No sleeve in the threaded rods. Hood panels may be bolted together with maximum 10 3/8 bolts and washers. So that means, from what I'm reading here, hoods can be fastened down in 8 places, including threaded rod. So that means we can take 8 threaded rods through this tiny hood. This tiny hood that is only 17 inches long can have 8 threaded rods through it. So the threaded rods can be welded to the chassis. So if between each one of these repair plates, if I put a threaded rod, that's 1, 2, 3 threaded rods. That's a lot. That is a lot. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we put the 4x6 repair plate at the bumper. Sorry, the 4x6 plate to hold the bumper on. We're allowed 2, so we'll probably put 1 on this side and maybe 1 on the bottom, just because we can make an L shape, which is stronger than just 2 flat plates. Then we're going to take this plate and turn it into a diamond. If you don't know what I mean by that, I'm going to turn this one like this into a diamond shape. Just like that. So then by doing that, it kind of makes it take up more space. Instead of, so this plate here is 4 inches one way, 4 inches the other. But if you go in a diamond shape, it's 5 3/4. And before you guys tell me I can get diamond shaped repair plates that are like 10 inches long, I'm aware they don't allow them. So we'll probably trim off the top and the bottom and then put that one right there. And then that one right there, and then we'll put 1 threaded rod on the outside, 2 or 3 on the inside, and then we'll put another one back here. But what it's gonna probably do is connect the unibody sub, well, it's not even a unibody sub, it's just part of the suspension unibody, into the rest of the unibody here so it doesn't rip off. Then we're probably gonna put one back here where the A-arms and the strut towers all kind of match up. And I think that's how we're gonna do it. This is gonna be a lot of stuff. I don't think they're gonna like it. I really don't think they're gonna like this. But I'm following the rules. I have them printed off, and I'm gonna deal with it. My advice for you guys is some of the shows I go to, the cell phone service is not very good, and you can't really highlight things on your phone too well when you're passing your phone back and forth. The tech promoters don't really like to take the time to read their phones. So if you print the rules off, and you do what I just did, and you don't let it fall in oil. Well, that sucks. Print them off, highlight them, bring them with you, fight your case. If you build your car to the rules, I don't see why they won't let it run. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take out these struts on both sides. So then that way we can start wire wheeling this frame. And then we're gonna lay it all out again with a clean frame. And then I might meshes the promoter just to clarify what I'm allowed to do. Because that's the last thing I want to do, is do stuff that I'm not allowed to do. Well, what are you guys thinking of this van? I'm liking it. I think it's starting to actually look like a competitive derby vehicle. For tires in the front, and like I said, I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do. but whatever I'm gonna do, I'm gonna definitely try my best at it. I think it's gonna be pretty good. I can tell you guys what I think's gonna happen to it, but I think it's gonna be fun. Leave your comments of what you're thinking of this van. I've had a couple people tell me they're not even gonna let me run it. The more and more I think about it, the more and more I think they're not gonna let me run it. But I don't see why not. It fits in all of the rules. I don't know. Just always second guessing everything. But I guess let's start wire wheeling this thing.